grave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.
Good morning and welcome to Site B. It is Monday. It looks like it's going to be another lovely day today, 53 degrees and hazy. It is the 19th day of May. It's Victoria Day in Canada. Congratulations, Canada. It's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game freebies, sales, and of course, charity bundles. See if there's anything interesting out there that you can grab. Remember, as always, of course, these are PDFs and not physical product. And since these are all digital things we're talking about, before you download and install anything in your computer, spend the extra 5 seconds to check them for malware, viruses, and all those other fun things. Okie dokie. Right at the top, we've got Modern Age, recommended rules reference with this picture might look kind of familiar to anybody who suffered through Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, yeah, okay. Anyways, Green Run released Modern Age Core Rules Update, a 5-page guide to update the age system for modern play with new and optional rules, including character creation, core focuses, new talents, new actions, blah, 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 blah. Is anybody even using the age system? I found it unnecessarily complicated, and I'm still waiting for Freeport. OSR Adventure Fog Galley Retreat by Cold Light Press is a Osric first edition D20 anything adventure for 5th to 7th level characters in a foggy valley where they stumble across a few degenerated ruin that looks like there might be loose inside. Just degenerated. You use degenerated in a sentence to describe an adventure setting. That may be the first time I've ever seen that word used in that state. I don't know if that's the right word. Heading over to Shadowdark for more OSR fun, we have The Quiet Shrine by Dougal Cochrane, a 4th level character adventure that sends the party to a centuries-old abandoned dwarven shrine. Bleh. The sacred place has been broken into and desecrated, though some of the wards are still active, and there's still some secrets going on in there that probably need to be kept secret. Over the Dungeon Masters Guild, Thomas and Rachel Kolar are back with yet another Disney-themed Ravenloft Domain of the Dread. This one is called the Mad Titan's Domain, where a mad titan lives in his city-state forged into a war machine, working towards a dream of balancing people and nature. Really? I guess technically it is a Disney license, but Endgame, and you turn Thanos into a Ravenloft lord. Yeah, okay, sure, why not? And lightning round this week, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 new free one-shot adventures for Deadland. All the 13 of those are all one-shot adventures, one-sheet adventures for Deadlands. Second lightning round comes to Dungeon Masters Guild for collection of expanded options. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, a lot, like at least 20 new options. And then the third lightning round, 3 lightning rounds this week. We've got some new character options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So like 8 new character options for 5e. A whole bunch of new rules for tools and stuff for 5e. I mean, half of me is like, yeah, you never really did explain what you could and couldn't do with the tool set. Why am I carrying? What can I actually do with my alchemist tools, with my cooking tools, with my excavation tools? You never really explain. And the other half of me is like, well, at this point, does anybody care? Sales. Paizo is celebrating PaizoCon over on DriveThru with a Pathfinder and Starfinder third-party sale. Over 6,000 titles are marked down 30% off or more. Basically, if it has Pathfinder or Starfinder somewhere in the name, it is marked down 30% off. Bundle of Holding has a Shadowrun 6th World Edition bundle. It's called the 6th World Essentials Bundle. containing all the latest Shadowrun rules for the 6th world setting. $17.95 gets you, looks like 10 different things plus a collection of one-shots. The second 6th world bundle for Shadowrun's 6th world library, called the 6th World Companion, expands on character sheets, advice, body shop, cyberware, hack and slash, bonus collection of NPCs, and stuff like that for $20. Paper Schnitzel. Okay, you win this week's best name contest. As a pair of fun bundles for the crafty types who like to make their own terrain. One is called the Dark Age Fortress, and the other is called the Viking Village. Bundles with files you can print on paper or cardstock. Oh, papercraft, and make to your own terrain, with former getting you a keep, while the later gets you an entire village with multiple buildings. Papercraft and cardstock builds are always fun if you have the printer wherewithal to print it out and the time and effort to put them together. The Dark Age Fortress is $10 and the Viking Village is $20. Miskatonic University, the official third-party Call of Cthulhu company, has got a trio of bundles up for Call of Cthulhu. Evil Things Volume 1 through 5, which is more than 3, contains a series of cursed events and artifacts for your Call of Cthulhu game. Evil Little Things Volume 1 through 5 is a 3 bundle. The Illuminated Codex Keepers Bundle features 4 collections of books, tomes, codices, scrolls, and more for your investigations to stumble across or track in Cthulhu. And if you're looking for more Call of Cthulhu stuff, we've got the Miskatonic Gold Bundle. Has 11 ranging from Dark Ages all the way to the modern day. Has 11 what ranging from the Dark Ages all the way to the modern day? And for which version of Call of Cthulhu? I'm assuming it is 11 adventures ranging from the Dark Ages all the way up to the modern day. And with a name like the Miskatonic Gold Bundle, I'm guessing it's for one of the versions of Cthulhu. So I guess we have 5, 6, 7, 8 bundles. Or maybe the For Evil Little Things bundle, even though it's volume 1 through 5, the person who's writing this is counting it as 1. The Illuminated Core Keeper as 2, and the Miskatonic Gold Bundle as 3. Yeah, that kind of makes the most sense. Over on Dungeon Masters Guild, if you picked up the disappointing Vecna Eye of Ruin and want to run it on a VTT, then Heroic Maps can help you with a bundle of all the maps of every single encounter for Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Foundry, or D&D Beyond maps. That's the second mention of D&D Beyond maps we've heard in the last few months. So it does seem to add some level of, yeah, we're doing that, to the mention that after the failure of Sigil, they're going back to focus more on D&D Beyond maps and the mysterious Dungeon Dezens design thing. Anyways, this VTT pack is $75. We've got 2 bundles for Eberron. Eberron bundle number 1 is called the 4E Adventure in Eberron bundle, featuring 4 books for the setting, publishers during the 4th edition years when Eberron came out, for $17. Actually, it came out before 4th edition. And we've got the Locations of Eberron bundle, which contains 5 short books covering locations all across the world of Eberron for $30. Then we also have the Eberron Forge of the Artifactor book coming out, and they've already got a pre-order of that up on Roll20 for $20, but it can also go up to $120 for extra Roll20 rewards. Ooh, that's just what I want to spend $120 on. Things that I can only use on Roll20. And then we've got several bundles for more PDF VTT files. We've got 2 from Alien, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Vampire, and 1, 2 for Cyberpunk, all ranging about $30. All giving you more VTT files for Roll20 and Demiplane. Now on to our charity bundles. We've got the, oh God, Daryl Mott's medical bills GoFundMe. Get well soon and get these paid off, Daryl. But also, I think this is a life lesson to anybody. Get insurance and make sure you know what your insurance will cover. Now, in Daryl's case, it was an emergency, and it obviously became much more complicated than we ever thought. So I just hopefully he can resolve this soon. We know about the family of game designer Rick Hershey, who were in a car accident. And they have a recovery bundle going on for help cover their medical bills and stuff, using a huge selection of stuff for Pathfinder and generic neutral options and other things for 20 D20 type stuff. $50 for that bundle. We've got the Crips for eSims for Gaza bundle from Itch.io. It's mostly a video game bundle with over 200 titles from over 170 developers. Most of this going to support charities that are, supporting what's going on in Gaza. And today's the last day you can get that one. Over Humble Bumble, we have the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Azen Fantasy Bundle, based mostly centered around the setting of Tinzia. Am I saying that right? Tianxia? I'm probably not saying that right. It looks like it's about 42 different items for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, $30. Or if you want to get a physical copy of the Player's Core Limited Edition sketch cover, they've got a discount on that. You only have to pay for the shipping. That'll take it up to $45. So $30 gets you all the books, and $45 gets you the drawing from the cover. And those go to stop hate type charities that, are dedicated to stopping discrimination against certain individuals. The map making bundle has extended yet again. That's this thing up here. It's still running at $30. No, I'm sorry. Still running at $30. Still goes to support the Save the Children charity. And again, that's Campaign Cartographer 3 and all the other things that were associated with Campaign Cartographer 3. Campaign Cartographer, I believe at one time, was considered one of, if not the best map-making program out there for people who could actually understand how it worked. It is a fractal mapping program that's very complex, graphic-y, drafting type thingy. Okay, so that's it for this week. Nothing exceptional. Nothing that really jumps out at me and says, you have to buy me. I don't know if I like the way there's this new setup. Hopefully this is not permanent, because I can see a few points where I misread things because they were not presented in the way my brain is used to. But all in all, yeah, nothing that stands out. And Green Ronin, more Freeport, less age system, more Freeport. I think this list of the tools and actually finally explaining the tools stuff for 5e would have been very useful about 5 years ago. Now, I think it's just sort of pointless. I mean, especially with the new 5e, but, it feels like it's too late to explain them after almost 11 years. I don't know. That's it. Links down below for everything that I just mentioned. If they interest you, let me know. If you pick anything up, let me know. If you haven't had time yet, speaking of picking things up to support your old pal, the OGGM, now's as good as time as anyways. I got a brand new product up at DriveThru. It's my monster guide. Links down below. Have a great day. Enjoy this wonderful weather if you're someplace where the weather is wonderful. And if it's not, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Get off my land.
Roll the dice and ride the wave. Quest and dragons, the news we crave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.